Today, we are going to explore the itty bitty world. And why I'm wearing this hat is pretty obvious. It's because I'm ready to go on an adventure. However, I won't wear this hat when I do it because it's too small. It's cutting off the circulation to my brain. But it's kind of cool for a video prop, right? So here we go. Wow, did you catch all that? When I was a kid, I remember the fall time. It was one of my favorite seasons. Oh my goodness. The air is unbelievable. Just the smells in the air, the crisp. Wow. Wow. What a gift. The colors. But the things that fall from the sky, not just the leaves. There's other things that fall from the sky in multitudes. And one of them is acorns. Acorns, we had an oak tree, and one year it was, don't do this at home, it was a war of acorns for my brother and I. And we set up hay bales, and we, and I saw he had like a little spot on the top of his head. It was like that part that twirls, so it kind of looks a little ball right there, you know? And I remember thinking, I wonder if I can hit that. Boom, I did! And that was the end of our Acorn Wars because it got me good. Yeah, but the acorn obsession did not stop there because I was staring at those little awesome things, and I did what all of you have already done. I bet you've done this. You looked at them and you said, this is not just a seed for future trees. This is a tiny little character. And I turned my acorns in my backyard into a bunch of little characters, and it was glorious. And so, because I am getting the good pleasure of diving back into childhood with all of you, our project for the week, or let's say creative challenge, is to take all of these treasures of fall time, or if it's not fall time in your geography, honestly, you can still find this stuff. You can find sticks, you can find pine cones, you can find all sorts of natural treasures that are at your fingertips to create amazing things. But specifically, we're gonna hone in on acorns in these videos.
Okay, I have some fellas I need to introduce. We have Ethan here on the left, and then we have our Gavynne on the right. And Gavynne is about to introduce to you some amazing facts about acorns. GH5.
Like, come over here and see.
Okay.
Like, we got a rock pile, and we live, and we can also find acorns in certain places. But like, you can't just find them, oh, an acorn. But you can actually use acorns to plant ready trees that will actually produce acorns, and then you can just keep growing trees and trees and keep the world alive. Yeah, like without trees, we will actually die.
Why?
Because trees provide two things we need: air, and also, second of all, sometimes certain trees, food. And without this food, we can't get all the nutrients we need.
Now, here I have our acorn. If you're looking at this acorn thinking, wow, that is extraordinarily big, I agree with you. I had never seen acorns this big in my entire life. And then we went to Kansas to help Mima and Papa move, and she had a treasure bag full of these. I don't think she realized how ecstatic we would be. This was like giving us gold because of our thorough enjoyment of creating things out of acorns. But yes, they are ginormous. So I have him sitting right here as an example. When we draw something, we really want to look at it. A lot of times, and this is true for everyone, we draw what we think something looks like, But most of the time we only have a partial image on our head, so we always like to find something as an example of how to draw it. Now I see right now that this acorn has what looks like a U-shaped body with a little notch down here. Now I also noticed that this line here doesn't go straight across. It curves up like a very subtle U and goes beyond my other U. When I say subtle U, that would not look like a U, right? That looks just like a little bridge that went over top of my acorn. And then it actually wraps around the back, like that. Okay? And then I look at it again and I see, oh my goodness, I'm gonna start it under here and it goes way up. The biggest U out of the entire batch. He goes way up. And then he has this little knob on the top of his head. Did you notice that most of the lines I'm making are very similar? They're all bows and U's. Then I got another little one up there. This one, because it goes out further, I attach it down so it's a little bit skinnier at the top than it is at the bottom. So that is like the little knob on my acorn. Now, when you go acorn hunting, I think it'd be super fun to have a little checklist. But you know, and I know, you're gonna find many more treasures than this. And that is true to the artistic process. You may have an original design and an idea of where you want your final drawing to go, but it's okay to improvise. What does improvise mean? Make changes quickly. You can make a change quickly if you know it's gonna be better. So if you're out hunting for acorns and you find a way cooler pine cone and now you're gonna do a pine cone creation, well then so be it. But you had a starting place and an idea and a direction you were heading. That is the very definition of creativity, is it not? We just get moving and something awesome happens. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna clean up my lines a little bit. This does not have to be perfect, but I know you all wanna learn to draw some things, so I have this. Now I could shade it, or I could just leave it and paint it later and add texture. Oh, paint, okay, you're right, I will paint it later. That's a great idea. Now, I know the next thing that I'm gonna want for my acorn person is I want sticks, but I want some very specific sticks for my acorn person. I could just do straight sticks, that would be great. I think those would be great for the legs. But I'm not just gonna draw a line. A stick has what we call dimension to it. It's 3D, it's three-dimensional. You can look at it from many different angles. So I want it to have a curve at the top and a curve at the bottom. If I would have made this line straight and this line straight, I would have had a rectangle. But I want it to look curved and round, so I have another one of these shapes you keep seeing over here. I think the best thing you guys can do to practice getting good at all the art I'm gonna create is draw U's over and over again until you fall asleep. I'm just kidding. All right, but for the arms, I want my leg sticks. I could do ×2, or I could just draw 2 leg sticks. Let's draw another leg stick. All right, now I want 2 arm sticks. Now for my arm sticks, you know what I would like to find? I would like to find a stick that already looks like it has a little hand mitten on the end and a bend in it. So I drew a V. I'm just gonna follow back. Where would I find a stick that has a bend in it? I would probably need to find one that's broke off, that was just about to branch out into a new V, but I know they're out there. That is my ideal stick, is one that has a bend in it. And ideally I find another one that's similar. What do you think? Do you think I will find arm sticks and leg sticks? Okay, we're gonna paint our little scavenger hunt lists. You do not have to go into as much detail as I'm about to, but I am considering that this may be an all levels project. You could simply just color this tan and this brown and color things the way that, you know, are close to their colors. Let's see, I am going to start with my acorn. I'm going to do some brown and orangish color. A little bit orangish to start with because they are. Now I am gonna do something super pro. I want to shade my acorn a little bit. I want it to look round. And that is gonna happen, but I'm not gonna do it right out of the gates. Oh, you know what? The cavalry's coming in. That means my boys are about to walk into the room. So prepare to say hello. Now for his little hat, I'm gonna do like a light brown because the acorn I have here, hey Gav.
Hey, Mom.
See how she's like orangish and the hat is like tannish? You're okay, bub.
Thanks, Mom.
So it's just a light brown. What are you guys doing, G?
Father-son bonding. Father-son is bonding time.
Father-son bonding time. Nice. And what is the fathers and the sons doing to bond tonight?
Right now, we're going out to the sunset, and who knows?
Oh, I
hopefully
think
we
that's
do some-
brilliant because that sunset is epic.
Hopefully we do some shenanigans.
Shenanigans are good as long as Dad's with you while the shenanigans are happening. All right, now I'm going back in on my orange acorn. It's dried a little bit and I'm adding a little bit of brown
See, Mom.
to shade it. Bye, Dad. Have fun. Find Dad, though. Don't go off into the dark without Dad.
Bye-bye, Mom.
Bye, bub. So what is shading? Well, dark to light, because it will make it look round. See how my orange is still showing through? You don't have to do this, but it does make it look like super pro. Now I need my little stem. This brush, Miss Amy did not take care of her brush very well. You know what I did? I left it in the water. You know what happens? Gravity starts to fight your bristles. Pushes down on them until they kind of start to fray out. Okay, now if I want to add the super cool texture that is in the acorn hat, then I have to wait for it to dry. So I'll move on to the stick. I'm still using my brown sticks. If you want to make them look round, you do the same thing. You do a dark spot over on the side. Wipe your brush off and then go back in and kind of fuzz the edges. Can you see that? If you're like, oh my gosh, that's so hard. It does take a little bit of practice. But see how I'm keeping it dark on one side and then it gets light on the other? Dude, that's so pro. If you guys are doing that, you're pro. I'm proud of you. Let's do the other one. Now this is gonna be, can you hear them out there? Sounds like it's getting a little bit too epic.
There's a bit of a battle ensuing between the brothers. Who wants to bet they're fighting over who gets to carry the flashlight and who gets to do the walking stick? That's gonna be my guess. Now this is super epic. This is a lot. I'm throwing a lot at you. You might be doing this project for days, or you might have just said, you know what, I don't really need color. I got an awesome scavenger hunt list. So be it. That's amazing. I just wanted you guys to learn a little bit of the process. All right, let's hit his hat a little bit. Now, I'm just gonna go in and make like little, kind of just like little dark spots because there's so much texture and so much shadow in these puppies. Like, that is like incredible, right? Look at all that, wowzers. So many light spots, so many dark spots. But this is just a scavenger hunt list. We don't need it to be a detailed botany painting, although those are amazing. Did I just say the right word? I'm not sure. Little sweeties. You see those? They're almost like filled in V's upside down. Aww. That's a whole lot of something going on there, huh, guys? Like I said, this is multiple levels. You decide how into this you want to get.
Okay, my good friends. So here's our scavenger hunt list. There's 2 different types of acorns. There's like these big pine cone ones for if you live in like Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But right now we're kind of hunting for
We're looking
little
for
ones.
Michigan ones, huh?
Yeah, and we need 2 straight and 2 curved. Well, really,
We're
could
looking
just
for
find
some
parts.
good sticks, huh?
Yeah, parts of pine cones. What are these?
Those are like the part of a bigger pine cone. I was gonna make maybe the feet out of that, but we'll see.
Ooh, I want to do that.
And we already have
these
the coffee
are like
filter.
wisps things, and then these are like seeds that float down. We're gonna use them as hair and transportation.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
stick along and we're gonna have a nature clip.
Yeah.
You too. It's gonna be awesome because if you can see that over there, it's kind of frosty. So if you see all of this frost, make sure to just go out, be yourself, and just enjoy the day.
Enjoy the day.
Make sure to just go out, be yourself, and just enjoy the day.
Enjoy the day. Here she is. I have film footage of her process, but it's quite long and quite uninteresting because half of the time I wasn't looking in my camera and checking to make sure that the production was actually underneath the lens. So you only see parts of the film. And it's really lengthy. And I've also found that you really do not need me to take you through step by step on how I put my little character together. I have noticed 100% of the time that once you get some materials in your hands and the creativity is unleashed, you only need somebody to assist you with a few little things. Maybe it's just pressing down some glue, but other than that, you are full throttle and fully capable. But if you want some tips on what I used for her specifically, I used a hot glue gun to put her together. Everything else is elements found in nature. She has these two little acorn tops that Gavynne found were perfect for the toes of her boots. We found these little pine cones. I have no idea where we found them. We went back out in the yard to look for them and nowhere to be found. But I clipped the bottom and the top of the little teeny pine cone and glued them to the ends of the stick. Now, one of the greatest finds was her body. We found a stick that looked already like a body, and if you remember, we used the word improvise, and then I used it well in the process because instead of 4 separate sticks and a body piece, we found this dandy of an entire body and just had to change out one of the arms. Super fantastic. She does not have hands yet. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the hands, but I'm sure to find something cool. Her little vest, or whatever we want to call this, the inside of those pods has a strip of just soft, plushy, I don't even know what you would call it, but like you can wrap it around your finger and it doesn't get hard even as the rest of the pod is drying out. And that was epic because now we have something to make her clothing out of, and her little scarf, and we just added some watercolor, a little bit of watercolor on it to add some color. We took a smoke bush leaf and cut it up and then glued it to the the coffee filter. I thought I was gonna create her clothes out of a coffee filter, but after looking at her and seeing how cool it was to have all natural pieces from nature,
we wanted to go with the smoke leaves, and nope, you really can't handle her much because those little puppies are gonna bust right off because they are very dried out and fragile, but they look super cool, and I'm sticking her on a shelf very high and hoping she lasts a lifetime. Really hoping. Drew her eyes in. Let's see what else. Everything else you've been kind of aware of in the process. Her little hut behind her, I would love to say that I made that and that it's all natural, but actually I found it at a craft store and it was on the clearance rack. But we did find on our nature walk with, it wasn't the one you saw with Gavynne and Ethan, but it was another one we took at our nature park. We found this awesome mossy tree. Yep, it's a mossy tree for our acorn village that we are building. Also, check this out. We have this whole tray of natural elements that we found. We found these puppies at my brother's house. Somebody's looking at those knowing what they are. We found, what else did we find? Oh, this amazing, these bark pieces covered with, they have moss on them. We're kind of like thinking of keeping the moss alive, but I'm like Googling and researching on if it dries out and stays green, because it's just epic. Like, look at, we have ourselves a village happening here. Some amazing little wood pieces. Look at these. So these are like trees that are rotting, but as they rot, you can like just go pull the bark off. Like, how cool is that?